Harper, why'd you really leave your girl at home this weekend?
Because I wanted to hang out with the guys. You know, cut up with the boys before she came.
When Harper Stewart agreed to be the best man at his best friend's wedding.
Oh, Harper, man. What's up, Steph, baby? Harper!
It was a reunion of old friends.
Well. The gang's all here back in effect. Break out the 40s.
But before the happy couple can walk into the future,
I'm gonna go blind just looking at it.
they'll all have to confront
You read my book? No.
the secrets of their past.
Jordan has my book.
Quentin has my book. So you read my book, too.
You dog.
We're talking about fictitious accounts of experiences that I've gone through.
That book being around this weekend brought back some wild memories.
If they're reading it right,
Don't make me hurt you. Jordan, good girls never tell.
nothing short of a miracle is going to protect the guilty.
You don't think that Mia's ever tippy-toed out the door on you once? I'm the first, the last, and the only. Really? A fool about to fall.
Universal Pictures presents
You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Tell these country-ass Negroes that we ain't serving no ham hocks at this wedding.
God did not intend for us to be with just one person.
Jordan's the best girlfriend you never had.
Have you ever actually had sex like that for real?
Well, not exactly, but close.
Well, where can a sister get some from?
You know how many single honeys be at weddings?
Nice boxers. I thought you were strictly a briefs man.
My Waldo's a song. Marriage is gonna curb that appetite for more women. In what world?
Taye Diggs, Nia Long, and Morris Chestnut.
My hormones are raging out of control. I'm emotional. Good night.
The best man.
Can we at least hold each other?
And we're back.
Back at it again.
Oh my God, we're back at it again. This Let's View It Again.
Hello.
I'm Gene.
I'm
This
Steph.
Steph. Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back.
I know y'all heard the intro to this, so you kind of know where we're going. Today, I wanted to play that specifically so we could discuss the trailer and, of course, the movie. Today is The Best Man, the 1999 film. Pardon me. What did you think about the trailer? I know, was that your well, not necessarily your first time seeing it, but it was your first time with 2022 eyes seeing it.
The voiceover was interesting. That I guess you could say classic voiceover voice.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who's that guy? Because you hear his voice over a lot of movies,
summer,
during that time. Yeah.
Coming to theaters.
Whoever that guy is.
Taye
So
Diggs,
yeah, we don't see
Nia
him.
Long. Well, no. I mean, there are actual voiceover artists. That's a career.
But you don't hear his voice.
Somebody, is he still alive? Is he still with us?
I don't know if he's still alive, but he had that distinctive voice, whoever he may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear his voice a lot. I don't remember the trailer, of course.
Yeah. Before this, I didn't. But I say that because it made it seem like this was a lighthearted comedy
Maybe
/ rom-com. I guess it could be. And I guess trailers are meant to be deceiving, but they were very deceiving. And I say that, and listeners, viewers, I apologize in advance. I know you've been listening for a couple weeks now, and you're like, does he like anything? The answer is no, first and foremost. I'm a natural hater of all things. But Steph, I don't know about you.
Yes.
Has going back, revisiting things kind of not necessarily put a damper on it, but has it, changed your perception of certain films that you may have loved as a youth?
I don't know if there have been any that I just hated now that I looked at them the second time.
Not even Babs?
Not Babs. Never Babs. But definitely, I guess you just say just being an adult, it's like
changes things.
This is not real. This is not how it would happen. I had that thought a lot for this
particular movie. Yes, that's what I was about to get into.
For this movie.
That's what I was about to get into. So I want to do a little something, and I did give you notice this time.
Yeah,
I know listeners and viewers.
A little notice.
They may like when I put you on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry, but I would like us as a team, as a duo,
okay,
to play a little game. There's no prizes involved. But I would like us to see if we are in alignment with this film and just in life. I like to be in alignment.
Okay.
Let's give the listeners and the viewers a ranking of the characters in The Best Man from worst to best. Because I don't know if you know, listeners and viewers, this film is filled with deplorable characters, a basket of deplorables, if you will. So Steph.
Yes.
Who is the worst character in this movie, in your opinion?
I said Harper.
You are correct. I have Harper as
correct.
well. It's a game show. You are correct. Okay. Harper is the worst of the characters in this movie.
Are we...
just in general.
Hard. I know. That's what I said. Are we basing it on who they were or who they are in the present time in the movie?
For the entirety. We're going to take it all. We're going to take them in
okay.
in their entirety. So
right.
He still is my number one. Should I read who these people? I mean, should have seen the movie. Should I give the names first, or we'll just continue? I didn't mean to throw you off. So Harper is first.
Okay, and maybe they can think about as we go about
read.
it.
Okay, yeah, you're correct. So listeners and viewers, Harper is the worst character. Keep that in mind as we review it. Who do you have as 2?
It was so hard.
You are correct, because it's a 3-way tie. According to my card here.
And that's funny. I wish y'all could see my card. I have like a little bracket between number 2 and number 4. So that's correct. Funny.
So who is your number 2?
I scribbled and I just said Mia.
For number 2?
See, I don't know. Okay, just keep going.
My number 2, I have Lance as being number 2. The second worst. He's in your top 3?
He's in my top 4.
Okay,
okay. I knew for sure Harper was
I feel like
one.
our top 4 are definitely
the same people.
Just in a bit different order. For number 3, I have Jordan.
I have Jordan.
Okay, we're in agreement again. Give us a point there. And number 4, I have Mia. I'm assuming you have Lance.
I have Lance, and those are the 2.
So you have Lance as being a better person. He's just his character throughout the entirety of the movie. We'll discuss why. I just wanted.
Yeah, it's hard because, like I say, they do flashbacks. You have flashbacks. Right. So I
took that into consideration.
I did too. I took both the flashbacks because we do learn a little bit, about their past and who they are now. So it's just a mix. But yes, there's like an arrow from Mia and Lance.
So it's a 4-way tie for first.
All of them
in
could
the
get
horrible
it.
department.
Everybody.
Who do you have for number 5?
Quentin.
Okay, that's incorrect. Because Quentin is the least, or he's the best character in this movie as far as personalities and overall likability is concerned. Okay. I know it's hard for you to believe because of the guy who plays Quentin. He's just known as being an unlikable person. But I have Quentin at 7. I have Robin at 6.
Wait a minute. Okay, so who's your 5?
Merch.
Okay, Merch is my 6.
So we bottom 3 are obviously the same, just out of.
And honestly, 7 for me was Robin, but they are kind of together because
Robin is horrible too, but she's only a step above.
Is she horrible? What's she doing?
I think
I guess we'll
just,
get into that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read mine again.
Okay.
I have the worst character. These are going from worst to best.
All right.
Number 1, Harper, Lance, Jordan, Mia, Murch, Robin, and Quentin.
So you all could think about how you might
You
number
wanna
those
read yours off?
7.
I guess they should know, huh?
Yeah, we
All
already
right,
said.
all right, then. Give us a synopsis. We're going to get into this. Stop playing around.
All right. So this is from imdb.com.
Good job.
It says, just before his best friend's wedding, the life of a Chicago writer becomes crazy when his best friend guesses that his new book story is based on his bride's fervent past.
Okay. It's odd. Whatever fervent means.
Passionate.
Is that what fervent means? You looked that up?
Passionate.
Okay. The Best Man was released October 22nd of 1999 and stars Taye Diggs, Neil Long, Morris Chestnut, Harold Perrineau, Terrence Howard, and Sanaa Lathan. Oh, Sanaa Lathan and Monica Calhoun. These round out the top 7 people we were just talking about. Other co-stars, here and there, but that's neither. They don't really make a big splash. The film had a $9 million budget, returning $34.5 million at the box office. It was director and writers Malcolm D. Lee's first feature film. He got to start working as an assistant for his cousin Spike Lee. This film
really?
was, I know it could be any number of Lees in the world, but he and Spike Lee are cousins. The film was produced by Spike Lee's 40 Acres and a Mule. Malcolm Lee would go on to direct The Best Man Holiday, obviously, Undercover Brother, Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. He did Soul Men, 2017's Girl Trip, and most recently the new Space Jam with LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, he had some work. He was working,
Getting
man.
some work.
There's a lot of overlap in the actors as far as roles. A lot of these people shared screen time before you. We had Morris Chestnut and Neil Long were in Boys in the Hood together. Sanaa Lathan, Taye Diggs, obviously they were in Brown Sugar later the same year.
I was wondering, was that around the same time?
Was it 98? I didn't do my research.
But they weren't far
In the same
apart.
time. Yeah. The Wood came out this year in 99. She had a small role in that. She had a small role in this film, The Best Man, as well. But Regina Hall, Monica Calhoun, and Sanaa Lathan are in love in basketball. So it's kind of a lot of... We don't have a lot of prominent actors and actresses. So
wait, Monica Calhoun?
Yeah, wasn't she
In
Sanaa Lathan's sister?
That was Regina Hall.
Okay, now Regina Hall. Monica Calhoun she was in there somewhere.
I don't think she was in there.
That's what my
What
fat
is it,
card
Love
said.
and Basketball?
Love and Basketball.
Huh.
Regina Hall. Who did I say?
I thought you said Regina Hall,
Monica
Sanaa
Calhoun
Lathan,
and Sanaa
and Monica Calhoun.
Monica Calhoun went in there?
I don't remember
I'm sure
her
she's in there.
there.
I'm going to,
Okay.
obviously, this is going on the screen. Either it's going to be a buzzer sound effect here or a ding for me. Taye Diggs stars as Hawk.
Oh, she was. I'm sorry. She was. She was the one that did Quinn date her? Quincy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Quentin
about Quinn in this movie.
Film, correct.
Did he date her?
Sounds about
Was she
right.
the one he was taking to Burger King or whatever? he said?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe so.
Back to The Best Man, the 1990 film. 1999. Why do I keep saying it? It's hard to say 1999 film. Taye Diggs stars as Harper. I'm not going to read everybody's entire filmography, but Taye Diggs had made his film debut a year prior in How Stella Got a Groove Back. He's lately been on television as Billy Baker in All American. I think that's pretty much all he does these days is television. Morris Chestnut stars as Lance. His biggest role prior to this was as Ricky in Boys in the Hood. He also does mainly television these days. He was in Being Mary Jane. He had a small role in Goliath and in Fox's The Resident, something I've never watched, but apparently he has a huge role in it. Harold Perrineau stars as Murch. He's best known from HBO's Oz. His biggest role is probably Link in Matrix. I think most people know him either from Oz or from Matrix. Terrence Howard, who plays Quentin. His most notable role before this was Cowboy in 1995, Dead President. That's where I first saw him. He's hilarious in that movie, as well as DJ on Hustle and Flow. Pretty much the same character. Well, not the same character. Well, in Dead President, no, he did the man. I don't know, man. So he kind of carried that over to Hustle and Flow. And in this movie, he just, I don't know, J-Love. Anyway, he was also the first War Machine before he blew that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Good going, Terrence Howard. Sanaa Lathan plays Robin. She was also in the aforementioned The Wood, Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar. It's a small role in this movie, but yeah, and I'm not going to get too far into it because I think I step on your toes. But she was the main character's love interest, and she gets less screen time than, I don't know, it's neither here nor there. Monica Calhoun, probably best known as Ebony from Players Club. She didn't have a lot of film credits. Smaller, I guess, made for TV movies, so I don't know what she's up to these days. Nia Long, if you've seen either our Soul Food or our Love Jones episodes, you have her whole filmography. We're not going to read it. Go back and watch those episodes. Take it over, Steph.
Ready? All right. So when the movie opens up, we are introduced to Robin, played by Sanaa Lathan, and Harper, played by Taye Diggs, like you said. Mm-hmm. And they're in a relationship. We have Robin, who is a caterer, and Harper is an author. He's a writer. We find out, pretty much from the beginning that Harper is, I guess you could say, afraid or apprehensive about a long-term commitment and or marriage. I believe Robin brought up marriage.
Yeah.
And so
in those first scenes, we
kind of get that feeling that she wants more, but he's afraid to take it any further. And she takes him to the airport, right? Because he's going out of town for Lance and Mia's wedding. We have a little scene in the car where it seems like he's trying to maybe start a fight or, kind of leave things badly. I say maybe he was trying to break up or leave things badly so he might feel, more free to do what he plans to do when he gets to the city.
I don't want to be a spoiler.
He has a plan, right?
Bellies.
He has a plan. Then we're introduced to one of the smaller characters, I guess you would say, Murch, Julian Murch. They called him Murch. That's how we're introduced to him. He's a teacher. He might be, I guess we kind of had that with what was it? Boomerang. You had, the womanizer. Murch, I guess, would be the nerd or the gentleman of the group. Yeah. He's a teacher. He's on lockdown, as they say.
He's on lockdown. Regina Hall got the master key.
Yes.
But anyway, he played, I guess he's like henpecked male.
Yeah, that character.
As Bobby Rush said, I ain't henpecked. I just been pecked by the right hand.
All right.
I'm not henpecked. Well, I just been pegged by the right hand. I'll tell you, I'm not henpecked.
All right. Let's shut up.
And his hand's name is Shelby. So Murch, apparently he's the friend that talks too much, talks a lot. He lets Harper know that his book is making rounds with the friends. So, because the book hasn't been released, to the public, but it's gotten in the hands of his friends through Jordan, which is
Nia Long's character.
And the one that Harper desires to, as you would say,
smack bellies,
or Lance would say in the movie, smack bellies.
Okay. We get into that. It's obviously one of my quotes that.
So yeah, like from that, I was just like, how did he think that? Even if his friends didn't find out or read the book or get some type of summary about the book before the wedding. I just don't understand how he thought that time would necessarily make this book better to digest for his friends.
Shaky at best.
Yeah.
Beyond them being horrible people, which we'll get into, the entire plot is paper thin. And that is not a pun. That is not an author or a writing pun. But it works. And I want you to give me credit for it. Anyway. Give
Is
me
that
credit.
a pun?
It could be paper thin. He's a writer, book, paper.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I just
Let's
wasn't
go
sure
to the
if it
next
was a
chapter.
pun. But go ahead.
Huh? Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. It's me. Sorry. I was thinking about the paper thin pun.
Are we about to have a pun off?
No, we're not.
I'm going to say now.
All right.
Don't
And
get
then
me
we're
started.
introduced to Jordan, played by Nia Long. This is Harper's friend. Well, they're all friends. It's a friend group. But, we find out that, they had a little chemistry, I guess you could say, back in college. We get a flashback to them studying, and you have the little scene, the dancing to Stevie Wonder. We get the forehead kiss introduced during that scene. But things are kind of tense when they hug. Harper, I guess you say literally exhales when when he hugs Jordan. So you get that tension that, there's something going on there. And then we're introduced to another friend, Quentin, played by Terrence Howard. He's the, I guess you could say, artist of the group. They're at some type of restaurant or lounge, and he's playing the guitar.
Upside down, mind you.
Upside down before he leaves the stage.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I apologize. If y'all hadn't seen it, he's not upside down.
Yes.
I don't want to give y'all the impression. It would be cool and all. But he turns the guitar.
The guitar.
Upside down.
The guitar. Down.
I need a guitar string, nephew. He turns it upside down and plays it. And at this point, it's like, okay, this is Terrence Howard being
You said this is Terrence Howard
being Terrence Howard. I feel like I need to add a scene right here, man. If you could just, I'm going to play the guitar, but they're going to think I'm done, but I'm not, because I'm going to keep on plucking. Right? Carry on. I apologize.
All right. So we get that he's kind of the artist. I think Harper brings up him being into photography at one point, then being into video directing. So he doesn't really have, I guess you say, a clear path. Yeah, we kind of see Harper over here, even though he doesn't know what he wants to do in a relationship. He seems to know what he wants as far as a career is concerned. And, Harper's being kind of annoying. If you're Quentin, just bringing up all the things that I have done or haven't completed. So
don't worry, that's coming
you
up.
Get, you get that conflict introduced between Harper and Quinn, basically right when they meet, the first scene that they're in together.
So you got skills, Joe. I ain't gonna front. You about to blow the up. Got me wanting to be a writer.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what. First it was photography, and you got this little music thing going. Back in January, you wanted to direct music videos. Now you want to be a writer, man.
Yeah, well, don't sweat none of that shit, Joe. Seriously, though.
And then we have Lance, played by Morris Chestnut. He's a player for the New York Giants. He's the one getting married, as we said, to finally Mia, which is Lance's fiance, of course. We get a flashback scene about how they met. Lance finds out that she's a virgin. They make a point to share that information about her character, yes. And Lance seems to be even more interested once he finds out about that. There's a line that Harper makes saying, basically, I'm going to get you across, or what does he say? I'm going to get you over that broom, even if it kills me. He says that to Lance, so you kind of get some foreshadowing there. They drop little things along the way.
I thought I had missed something. I thought you were about to say, I'm going to get you over that goal line. Like they made a football pun about sex, which would have been funny, but I thought that's where you were. I was like, man, I missed that.
That didn't happen.
I don't know. I apologize for interrupting. I thought that's where you were going. I'm like, man,
so
I missed that.
I guess the director, writer, whatever, they introduce us to the characters basically one by one, and those are all 7.
Yeah, that's how Morris Chestnut comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Licking himself on his lips a lot, and we get the idea that he's a ladies' man.
Can you imagine? Look at him.
Hell,
They love him in the Big Apple, don't they?
you know they talking Super Bowl, right?
Really?
Hey, what are they now, 6-0? Yep. He's been carrying them all the way to the bye week.
What's going on, man? Back there. No, we got a booth back here. I got you all set up back here.
And that the girls love him. I mean,
he's a famous NFL
Football
player, so that doesn't hurt, I guess, if you want to be seen or be the friend to be seen.
That's how we get introduced to him.
That's how we
Terrence
got
Howard was
introduced.
playing the guitar upside down. They were not fawning over him. So whatever. But he's not Morris Chestnut, I guess. I don't know. I'm not attracted to either one. So. Okay. There's that. I just thought I'd throw it out there. Is it my go?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn? That's why we stopped. The gang, they leave after the introduction. We kind of the next valuable scene is when Jordan and Harper are together, and they go out. Are they shopping? I'm not sure are they shopping for maybe a wedding gift. We're gonna say they're shopping for a wedding gift.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They're shopping and
for them.
Jordan figures out Harper's secret. She was the first to get the book, and she, I guess, has gave it out to everybody. Hold on, let's rewind a little bit. I apologize. Yes, when you made mention that you didn't understand what his plan was. His plan was that he was going to hold off on everyone reading the book until the couple was married and in bliss. How did he think that was going to work? He is an idiot.
This is Harper,
the author. What was his goal? Why write this story to begin with?
That's what I said. Whether they learned of the contents of the book before the wedding or after, considering what they were going to find out, that he slept with Mia. It was
still going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't understand what he.
And did you say that? That was the whole little secret. I don't know if you mentioned it, listeners. That was the whole secret in his book, titled Unfinished Business. But anyway, Jordan and Harper are out shopping for a wedding gift. This is after we've been introduced to everyone. And she figures out his little secret that he did have something with Mia. I don't know if she knew directly because she's still kind of fishing around. But she figures out there was something between Harper and Mia. And she accurately says that if Lance finds out, he's going to kill you. So, hey, once again, a little foreshadowing. The guys get together for a little card game before any of the festivities take place. And during the card game, Quentin, Terrence Howard's character, he starts to antagonize Lance about Mia and her being a good girl, being a virgin. This comes up again, whatever. Lance is adamant that he knows she's a virgin. I'm not going to go into the explicit details of how he knows that she's a virgin, but watch the scene and it's very weird. But Lance overreacts and attacks Quentin. At this point, Lance is the worst person. Well, Harper's still number one. It changes throughout the movie. But Lance is bad because it's like, why are you attacking somebody? Your friend. These are 4 friends. He's attacking them. He flips the table, grabs Q by his lapels, and stares him down. Must be some of that CTE going on.
So you mean tell me with all the sticking and moving that you've done, you don't think that Mia's ever tippy-toed out the door on you once?
No. Quentin, just play.
Well, if she did, go out and get a little swerve on, don't you think she'd be well within her rights? It's karma, baby.
Lance comes down, and then he goes to talk to Harper. He finds the book. He sees it. He kind of flips through. He doesn't read it, and Harper's freaking out. But Lance, after he has calmed down, he tells Harper to go ahead and smack bellies with Jordan. This is not something I'm making up. I want you to know that there's a line from the movie, smack bellies.
That's cool, because I'm supposed to link up with Jordan.
Yes, that's right. Jordan. I saw how she was looking at you tonight, bruh.
What, man? What did you see?
I saw that she wants to get with you, player.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be smacking bellies this weekend.
And to go be a dog. Once again, he's the worst person at this point. The guys go tuck shopping the next day, and Quentin, calls out Harper about how he plays this holier than thou, and he brings up awkward situation, but he never does any kind of introspective on himself. So, I mean, this is how Quentin moves up to the best character in the movie, because he's the most honest. Yeah, and he, even if he's ridiculous, he's honest. But we have a couple of scenes after there where they're doing the regular wedding rehearsal, and Jordan and Harper are together. After the rehearsal, they go out on, I guess he's walking her back to the house. I really don't understand what happened there, but he walked her out. Jordan tells Harper that she indeed wants to smack bellies, and she wants to do it before his girlfriend comes into town, so we need to get this out the way. Go ahead. There's no time to waste. And Harper's like, I guess he's with it. Well, we know he's with it. They go off to the rehearsal dinner after this, and Mia harps praise onto Harper, kind of gets Lance's wheels to turn, and he gives a look as though he's kind of suspicious now because of how she's, like I say, this speech that she's given to thank Harper's. It's weird. Then they blow a kiss to each other.
Yeah, it's like, why at that particular moment do you think there might be something? It's like they try to make it like I'm on to you all, but it's
he
like
hadn't read the book by this
really
time.
happened.
And, so
it's like they tried to develop something that hadn't been developed yet.
Yeah, but Lance confronts Harper in the restroom, but it's not what you think. It's one of those moments where like, man, you had me.
Yeah.
And Lance is merely thanking Harper for being a good friend. It seems like Harper wants to admit what happened, but they get interrupted by cousin Skeeter or Uncle Skeeter. They head to the bachelor party. It's like it's a mild type of bachelor party for all intents and purposes. They have dancers, and the dancers escort, bodyguard, pimp. I don't know. Steph made mention that he favors the the bad guy, I guess you would call him, in the Goofy movies.
I can't remember his name.
The neighbor.
Neighbor.
Yeah, which is hilarious. But the guys are doing bachelor party stuff, getting drunk. Everybody except Lance, it seems. And he sees Harper's book, grabs the book, starts to read it, and his suspicions are confirmed. And I guess to a point, he reads it. The book doesn't go into detail what happened, but there's something that happened.
It was.
And Lance figures it out that the characters may have been called by another name, but it was essentially Harper and his wife who had some kind of.
It was the line about the forehead kiss, right?
The forehead kiss, but like I said, the book never says anything about sex per se. It's just they cuddled, and I guess you're gonna read between the lines. And that's what
there
Lance
for
says.
each other or something.
Nigga, I can read between the lines.
Yeah.
So that's what he said. But Lance overreacts once again. He needs to get a check on that anger of his. And he will kill Harper by pushing him over a balcony. He was holding him over the balcony a little bit. And, to save the day, once again, the best character in the movie.
Tell him. What you want, man?
You really gonna do this?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do this.
No, you ain't. You gonna marry you a beautiful woman tomorrow. Girl that loves you and has only loved you.
Oh my God.
You ain't throwing all that away.
Listen, no, he's right.
Quentin who comes in and saves his day.
Yes.
He says, "Not like this, J-Love.
Not like this.
Not like this, man." Harper leaves and goes to his little rendezvous with Jordan.
His appointment.
His little appointment that he had. And he proceeds to blame Jordan for the entire mishap. It was all her fault. He takes no responsibility. And Quentin is proved right again. Harper cannot see any of his faults.
Yeah.
So, best character in the movie, man. Do you want to pick up and wrap this thing up? Because we don't have a lot to go.
No, we don't. They spend a lot of time letting us know, like you said, that Harper doesn't take responsibility. You know, they drive home the idea that Harper is not one to examine himself. So we're here. Robin gets to town. She's come in for the wedding. Of course, Harper is bruised because, you know, he nearly got killed, I guess you could say. So he has his glasses on. And he needs to take a seat. I guess he got beat so bad. I don't know what that was about, but he has to take a seat. You know, she asks him, of course, what's wrong. He reveals that he wanted to sleep with Jordan.
Just a little bit.
And I guess we can kind of just guess, make an educated guess, that he told her about, you know, his black eye and all of that, you know. And
it had to come up.
Yeah, it had to come up. But we hear where she's asking him, did he sleep with her? You know, he didn't really say anything, but she was like, but you wanted to. Again, he doesn't really say anything. He's not forthcoming at all. He's only forthcoming about the fact that he needs her help. So she's good for help.
I need you.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Say it again.
I need you.
I have a plane to catch.
Wait, Robin. What are you doing? Robin.
Get off me!
I need you.
Okay, that was good.
Thank you.
Okay, so again, Harper asks her for help to fix the problem. He was thinking about sleeping with a woman from his past, but he wants his current lady to fix the problem. A problem that would not have existed.
No matter how many times you said it's going to be ridiculous.
If he didn't do what he did, and if he didn't write a book about it. And he thought just, let me just change names. And what was it? Was Lance was he a baseball player instead of
He said this will throw him off the trail.
Yeah, he'll be an athlete, but we'll make him a baseball player.
Because the crazy part about that even if he had included the part about him and Mia, he still put in Lance's Lothario, you know, ladies' man type of activities in the book. So his eventual wife is going to read these things in the book that you're releasing shortly after they're married. And
everybody else had figured it out. I think Quinn
was the first to figure it out.
Yeah, Quinn was like, you know, you could have embellished me.
True.
You know, when Quinn and Harper met for the first time on screen. So everyone...
You got to be bright to play the guitar upside down.
Everyone knew, you know, that he was talking about that circle of friends or whatever happened in college.
And it's so... Look how ridiculous... I know we're just jumping around. Look how ridiculous that is. He didn't even add an extra friend to the group. Like I said, why he didn't embellish? As Quinn would say. Why didn't he embellish? Why not... make everybody who's a woman a man in the book and just switch it around. You can still tell the same stories. He kept the same number of friends.
Yeah.
And put the same exact number in the book.
Somebody was the athlete. Somebody was
the good girl.
Less focused like Quinn is. You know, whatever.
He's a horrible writer.
He didn't mask the story at all. And... as they do in all movies, Robin decides to stay and help him. I've just been like, well, she said, well, I've got a plane to catch. And then he says, you know.
But I need you.
I need you.
I don't know if that was realistic. I mean, I guess for some
I'm
woman.
saying that,
No, I'm talking about Robin staying like you.
Oh.
You just sat in front of me and told me that you made a plan to sleep with another woman, and the only reason it didn't happen was because you got beat
a
up.
football player attacked you.
Because you revealed in a book that you slept with your best friend's girlfriend at the time. Like, there's a lot.
And also, I apologize.
I'm
everyone.
learning about
they
you.
They said the name
for me
of
to
the
stay.
movie early on because he is the best man. I don't know if we put that out there. Harper is the best man, and they said it early on. That's why this is called The Best Man. It's a ridiculous title.
If you hadn't seen it, but yeah, she stays. It couldn't have been me. I would have just stayed at the airport, like she said. She had to catch a flight, but
Stephanie, once again,
I need you. Was enough to make her stay.
Go ahead. I apologize.
It goes on to, oh, what was I thinking? Oh,
I know we are all over the place. It's this movie, man.
I just got lost. But
Your cards out
basically,
of order?
Yeah, I guess I got my thoughts out of order.
One of your cards has Lance, New York Giants.
yeah. But anyway, she goes, or they all go to the wedding. Lance isn't there, so everybody's trying to figure out what can we do to get him back. Harper isn't, Christian or religious, but he tells Lance, pray with me.
Let's pray, brother.
Pray with me, brother. And they go and pray. They have their little, I guess, makeup session somewhere in the back of the church, maybe the study or whatever. They read scriptures together and they pray. Whatever that scene was. So the wedding is on, and we get to the reception. Jordan decides that she needs to talk to Harper, and Robin is, off to the side. She sees this happening again. In what world would this happen?
The lady I wanted to smack bellies with is talking to me
and request that I dance with her
for a little bit
because she can't talk to me while we're still.
No, that's the best way to talk while you're dancing.
While you're dancing,
everybody knows this. And my girlfriend is okay with it, and she goes dances with Uncle Skeeter.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the next big thing is that Harper decides, well, first of all, while Harper and Jordan are dancing, she tells him that Robin is the one. It's like, okay, did he really need that from you to know? Did, yeah. Apparently he did, because before this, he was not thinking about Robin.
Sure. Maybe it was the fight that did it. Not some sense to him.
He decides that he's going to propose to Robin at somebody else's wedding. Don't do that.
Very tacky.
And he decides to do it, of course, without a ring, because the night before
he was about to smack bellies.
Exactly. He had no intention of marrying her. She says yes. I don't know how. After hearing all of that,
she just said yes. She's like, whatever, man.
She said, yeah, whatever, man, whatever that means.
Robin. Will you marry me? I love you. Please.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
At this point,
they had that type of relationship.
I guess so. It was a lot of what? Huh?
Yeah.
In this movie.
And then they do the electric slide.
And then
the movie wraps up.
That's the end.
It so ridiculous.
On
the electric slide with Cameo playing. Yes. Which is cool, I guess. But yes, if we want to, before we wrap up, just give our opinions on everyone's actions in this movie. You can go first, if you like.
I mean, I think I basically gave them, it didn't make sense, like you said.
Wholly unbelievable. Nothing is believable
plan
in this film beyond the electric slide.
Was not a great plan with
At all.
First of all, writing the book and then expecting people to at some point just be okay with the contents of the book. The content of the book. I didn't understand that.
No.
Yeah.
And like I said, he pulled a Nova Borderline. If anybody is a Queen Sugar fan, he wrote a book that he didn't want anybody to read, much like Nova did. And she was surprised that people were taken aback.
People were upset
by everything she wrote in the book, spilling everyone's business. She couldn't understand why. Much like Harper. So,
but hey, before we go out,
it's a horrible, horrible, horrible plot. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing is believable beyond a football player being violent and Terrence Howard can play the guitar upside down. I know this is a fact.
Before we wrap this up, would your list stay the same?
It stays the same, man. Let me see.
Definitely Harper number one.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess we can wrap on that one. Harper stays number one. Lance is number two because of his violent outbursts. Jordan, she's horrible because she tries to have sex with a man who she knows is in a relationship. And then she talks to the same woman like later in the movie. That's trashy.
But what about Mia? What do you think? Was she
I don't
changed?
think Mia. I don't see Mia's right in the middle. I have her at number 4. She's not as good as Murch. Murch is just, he's a ridiculous character anyway, but he didn't really do anything beyond.
He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't. Well,
So
I
that's why
guess
she's
maybe
number
the
4.
Shelby. He dumped her at
But
the
Shelby
wedding.
deserved it.
Okay.
At least they tried to make you make you think she deserved it. So Mia stays at 4 for me. Robin is only. It could definitely be a tie between Robin and Queen, but she's dumb, so that she goes to number 6 for that reason, as far as worst characters go, because she didn't really hurt anybody. But
she didn't hurt anybody. That's why she
stuck with Harper through this entire. Like you say, she could have just very well left him at the airport. So she goes to number 6 for that. But yeah, my top 3 don't change at all. Now, did yours change order?
My 2 through 4, that Mia, Jordan, and Lance, I'm still like, who?
So we're in agreement that Harper is the worst.
Yeah, like when you said Lance, I completely forgot about that. When he encourages Harper to be a dog.
Yes.
So he
His
might
words, not mine.
he might move up.
He's number 2.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
He might move
I'm glad.
up.
Okay, come on to the other side.
Because I forgot about that. I mean, of course, we all could be hypocritical, but he was being really hypocritical, telling somebody else in a committed relationship to step out. And then he has this outburst because his fiance, who was just a girlfriend at the time, stepped out on him.
By the way, I failed to mention, she only did this, according to Harper, that is, because of Lance's indiscretions. I guess she was like, "I'll get you back." This is what Harper's book says.
Did it say? He said get her back. That was her motive to get him back.
Basically, in so many words, I don't remember exactly, but that was the point of it, to hurt him, I guess, or to get back at him. So, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe Mia does stay at number. Maybe she goes to 3. Now that I say it like that,
I don't know, because I guess I don't know. And
she was a girlfriend at the
some
time.
people may think it doesn't matter, but I don't know if someone tried to have a relationship or slept with my boyfriend, fiance, whatever. I don't know. Harper and Mia weren't just random people. Like, y'all were in the same circle, and y'all decide. And I guess Lance, he had cheated a lot. Apparently,
That's
he
what
was.
It seems
yeah.
Like.
I don't know. What does that matter to you? I don't know. Like, let's just say you're forgiving of your partner, and if they cheated, you'll forgive them. But does it make a difference
with whom they smack belly?
Does that make a difference?
Oh yeah, definitely in this case, because it's like you say, it's weird because it's an extra layer of distrust, or our trust should have been there, because it's like we're all friends.
It was very
weird. Lance and Harper are buddies. Obviously, he's the best man. Mia and Harper are friends before she meets Lance. So it's like you're betraying two different sets of, they're the same group of friends, but you're betraying two. But you two guys, Mia and Harper, are going to just keep the secret as if nothing ever happened. So it's like it's a different level of what's the word I'm looking for?
Disrespect? Or?
Debauchery. In disrespect, yeah, because it's like out of all the people,
I guess that's my thing. It's like out of all the people on campus, for both of them,
you couldn't get back in them. What Ghostface said, "Don't get me back like that, girl."
So I don't know. That my 2 through 4, I could swing it between all of them because but Harper definitely stays number 1. So listeners and viewers,
Taye Diggs' character Harper.
Think about who you
horrible author
put on the list, or what order you would put these individuals.
Drop a
in
line,
from
drop a comment, and do your 1 through
best.
7, and you're gonna come up with Quentin. That's the best character in the movie, man. Come on, J Love.
And we'll end on that note.
I want to come up with a cool name for you, Steph Love. Are you ready to get out of here, man?
I'm ready.
Okay, then. Well, this was Let's View It Again, and I'm
pretending
Gene.
to be Quentin.
I'm not pretending, baby. Why would I pretend? This is just me. This is just me. So this is Let's View It Again. So we'll see y'all on the other one on the flip side. Oh, okay. Before we leave, can I mention that this was 1999, and I don't know what the barber service was like in 1999, but everyone in the movie had horrible haircuts.
Did Lance have a horrible haircut?
Well, his hairline was receding at the time. Morris Chestnut, that is. So at least it was a crisp lineup. But Terrence Howard had Eddie Monster the entire movie and just kind of brushed his back. Taye Diggs, I don't even know what to say. It was horrible. And everybody makes too much money for their hair to be looking like that. Shame on you, Malcolm D. Lee, and your cousin.
I need to go look at cuts from 1999.
99 people had edge ups and tapers in 99. I know this. But they were old. I mean, everybody was in their 30s at the time, which makes this extra. It's like, why y'all acting like this in y'all 30s? But anyway, man. Bad haircuts aside. This was Let's View It Again. Y'all be cool out there. All right?
All right. Bye, y'all.
Just getting good.